when you look back at this, decade of work or more now, what do you think is at the core of creating startups
Well, I mean, I think
and
that
being a founder?
the most important thing, really, the kind of meta level important thing is to know yourself. I think most people do not spend enough time understanding themselves and understanding what are you good at and what are you not good at. And for the things that you're good at, how do I focus on those things and do more of them? And for the things you're not good at, how do I either improve or how do I delegate those to someone else? I think most founders hit a wall because they're doing something, it starts working, and then they don't get out of their own way. They insist, they think because I created the product and it worked, which there's a dose of survivorship bias there, I am gonna all my decisions are right. So I want to micromanage kind of all these other parts of my company, or I want to make all these decisions, or my ego is such that I don't get out of the way of these other people I brought into the company to let them operate. And I feel like that's a very common problem that I see all the time. And that's a problem that I've had in my life, throughout my life, that I've, kind of only, in the last maybe 5 or 6 years really understood deeply.
So is that self-awareness and identifying your superpower?
Yeah, what's your superpower? And
what
how
is
do you
yours?
Focus on that.
I think
I'm a very good salesperson. I think I'm a very good hype man. I think I'm very, so that applies to all the sales-like things. So fundraising, recruiting, sales, actual sales. I think that's kind of one of my superpowers. I think I also have a very deep well of confidence that, myself and the right people can build anything that you set your mind to. And I think that's, that really has put me on the path to say, oh, whatever startup it is, I could figure that out.
See, those are superpowers that I think people sometimes underestimate the value of. Because the ability to sell and get people to pay attention to what you're doing is such an amazing superpower. I share that superpower with you. It's kind of why we vibe, I think, is because getting people to just even recognize the existence of what you're doing in such a busy world.
Exactly.
But then combining it with the blind faith that it's all going to work out. And don't worry.
Exactly.
See, I added that skill later in life too, where I just said, listen, looking back on the last 20 years, it's always worked out. So let's not assume that it's not going to work out. Let's assume it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Right. And then Justin TV probably just burned that. It's into your thing.
You have to have faith. I always tell people, when I was a partner at Y Combinator, I would spend time telling every class that came in that I would tell my group, look, here's my story. If we can do it, you have no excuse, because this is the stupidest idea with people who had no skills, who went through an 8-year journey that mostly you would have given up on. And then on the back end of it, created something pretty amazing. And so, you have to have that confidence and you have to have that self-belief, even if you're kind of taking on faith.